Okay, New York session done. I took 2 trades on NAS, and I'll get right into it. So yesterday closed as a trend day signal day. Monthly, weekly, and daily breakout levels were all bearish at the time. Broke below previous month low, broke below previous week low. Um, Looking for a higher the day sell down to the previous day low and possibly continue onwards. On these days, I'm only trading the trend retracement setup, which requires a previous H8 fakeout, high of the day. The previous day low has to be untriggered, and the day breakout level has to be going in the same direction. 3-star setup for me. Love to take this setup. So today, Asia, first thing that happened, triggered the previous day low. So I already know that the trend retracement setup is invalid. And when you trigger the previous day low, and you're below the week breakout low, right? We're below the week breakout low, and we triggered the previous day low. That means when we were at a breakout low and we faked out the previous low, now I'm in the weekly. I'm in a breakout reversal setup, so we're actually going up on the. I have a weekly setup, a bullish weekly setup, right? So after that, I can see that the day breakout low, bullish above, bearish below. Coming into New York, we're above that. And then the H8 breakout level is also bullish. So between all these 3 things, I could clearly see that momentum is starting to shift upwards. So that was my first thought coming into the session, that my signal day probably won't play out. But even so, we also have a bearish breakout level that hasn't been taken out yet over here. And the previous H8 high gets faked out right at that level. So that gave me some confluence that I could take sell setups are valid to take. And when coupled with a signal day with strong trends, these are something that I'll still want to take, even if I can see these higher time frames starting to turn bullish. So first trade on NAS. Um, I don't trade the first hour of New York. I start at the start of the H4 bar open. If I don't see anything, then I wait until New York Stock Exchange open, which is 8:30 in Jakarta. So 8:30, first thing that happens, market pushes down and goes and fakes out the H8. Um, so I also look at the last M15 bullish breakout level, and I want to get in under this level. So I got in after this um, breakout bar on the M1, stop loss high of the structure, and targeting previous day low. So if the day has already faked out the previous day low, I'm no longer trading the trend retracement setup because it's faked out the low. I'm trading a fake out reversal instead. So that was a setup that I was trading for my first trade on NAS. But because the H8 breakout level is bullish, I have to be careful about how price behaves in this area. And I would prefer to enter after this, but if the H8 previous high gives me enough room to go break even, then I'm okay to take a aggressive entry like this. So I did enter, and I had my eyes on the H8 breakout high. Price wasn't able to get through, gave me an M1 fake out bar, and then faked out the M15. This is when I cut my trade, and I knew that this was going to be a bullish trade instead. So all I did was wait until price broke out of the H8 high, and I took that continuation. On breakout trades, I'm very aggressive with my stops. Most breakouts end up failing. So for me, I like to take tight stops on breakouts, because if they do end up continuing, then I'll end up getting a lot more profit. While when they fail, if there's a possibility to lose, then I just lose 1 R. So yeah, took This one on the breakout of the previous H8 high took partials when it reached the previous week low, and now I'm just holding on um, to at least the previous day high, and yeah, just the previous day high. And that was it. That's the only trade that I took. Two trades, one small profit, one the first trade on NAS. Um, saw that it faked, that it had trouble getting past the H8 breakout high. Uh, I already saw that momentum was shifting. So this was something that I was very focused on. And then I took the breakout of the H8 high upwards. And that was it. Um, didn't have anything else to look at. Oil wasn't doing anything. Gold in London, I had noticed that the H8 flipped, and so this was bullish, but I did not expect this type of move, so I did not catch this. Now we're above the day breakout low, so I'm bullish above this. This becomes a peak formation if it can stay up there. But we also have a weak breakout high at this level up here. So this to me is kind of no man's zone. I'm not going to be trading inside here. I need to see what's going to happen after that. And then US 30, I opted to go with NAS, but I think the US 31, um, yeah, I mean, they're pretty much the same setup, except this one gave me a good sell setup. This one wouldn't have given me a good sell setup. There's an outside day as well. This is a breakout day. I prefer trading breakout days. Yeah, that's it. I looked at, I mean, I didn't even look at Forex pairs. NU, this was the only one that I was kind of looking at because I attempted this in Asia, didn't go all the way. And I was thinking about taking it again in New York because it never reached anywhere. Um, but yeah, I didn't even bother looking at Forex. It's probably news. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Just these two trades on NAS.